What is good, everyone? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to their PE discussion video. Today we're going to be talking about the unfortunate delay of Crackdown 3 and what has happened to the Xbox division, to Xbox in general. Just want to give you guys a full disclosure. I know I talk about Nintendo a lot, and that's definitely the focus of this channel, but last generation, as far as 7th generation that is, I was a big Xbox 360 fan. I have well over 200 games, so I just want to give a full disclosure that I did at one point really like the Xbox brand. Obviously, I have an Xbox One as well. This is an Elite controller. It's $120 because of all the cool things that you can do with it, and replacements and thumbsticks and stuff that you can take out. So I did buy this for PC and Xbox One gaming. And of course, I actually have quite a number of Xbox games here, from Recore, Halo 5, Gears of War. I have all of them, and they're generally okay games. Definitely not my favorite. But last generation, like I said, I was a big Xbox fan. Really loved what they did, but no game probably made a bigger impact to me as far as what I thought the Xbox was about than the franchise Mass Effect. And this one right here, Mass Effect 2, at the time that it was released, was an Xbox exclusive. Mass Effect 1 was an exclusive, and this franchise really kind of just brought me in to kind of everything Xbox was doing. I mean, back then there was just so many great things that they had going for them, even dating back to the original Xbox with stuff like Jade Empire, which BioWare was the roots of that too. So BioWare always made all these cool games that were for Xbox or really timed exclusives or whatever the case was. So the Xbox division, Xbox in general, was just so much healthier when it came to first party or exclusive content. There was just so many things that they did. And this generation, you know, I was expecting some of that with the Xbox One. I was expecting them to get these type of games and to really kind of continue that legacy that the Xbox 360 had as far as exclusives and as far as content coming to the system. But it really just hasn't lived up to that. But we will get to that in a bit. Let's go over this news of Crackdown 3 being delayed, and let's hear what Microsoft had to say on the matter. So Crackdown 3 is delayed, and this article is coming from Polygon. So let's go ahead and get into it here. So Microsoft is delaying the release of Crackdown 3 from November 7th to spring 2018. The company confirmed to Polygon recently. Shannon Loftus, Microsoft Studios Publishing General Manager, said the company is delaying the Xbox One and Windows PC game to give development teams Regent Games, I'm not sure, Sumo Digital, and Cloudgene extra time to ensure a quality experience. We're really excited about Crackdown 3, and so are many fans. And so it's a difficult call to move the release date, Loftus said in an email interview with Polygon. However, we want to make sure to deliver the right game with the right quality and at the right time. Crackdown 3 is a hugely ambitious game. We want to ensure we deliver the right experiences all the way through every part of the game, whether that's campaign, co-op, multiplayer, or competitive multiplayer mode, Wrecking Zone. Getting the balance right between the three modes is important, and we're going to take the extra development time to ensure that. Gamers can expect Crackdown 3 in spring of 2018. Now, Crackdown 3 has some history, guys. The game was originally announced back at E3 2014 and was at one point targeting a release in the second half of 2016. It's clearly a complex project, one that has evolved since its unveiling, and Crackdown fans have learned to be patient waiting for it to come out. Quote, Crackdown 3 is an incredibly ambitious project that pushes the technological envelope with immersive true 4K gameplay, cloud computing competitive multiplayer, and a sprawling and futuristic open world, Loftus said. When asked about the challenges the development team has faced over the years, the team has been working extremely hard to deliver a great experience for fans. With the extra time, this will help them do just that. One of the aspects of Crackdown 3 that's getting some attention during the extra development time is the game's visual presentation, which received some criticism after its showing at E3 2017 in June. Quote, what we showed at E3 was a preview of the game and is a great indicator of the level of mayhem and verticality platforming action you can expect from Crackdown 3, Loftus said. Among other items, we are taking the extra time to focus on the visual polish so gamers can feel completely immersed in a living world. We want them to really feel the larger-than-life enemies as they are exploring the expansive open world, combating crime, and collecting orbs. Crackdown 3 was previously scheduled to launch the same day as Microsoft's new console, Xbox One X, hit stores. Polygon did ask Loftus about the gap that Crackdown 3's delay now leaves in the Xbox One launch lineup, and she emphasized that the long list of platform exclusives and titles that will be enhanced by the more powerful Xbox One hardware arriving later this year. Quote, the Xbox One X launch lineup will be one of the greatest lineups of games ever available with a major new console release, Loftus said. Not only are there several new Xbox exclusives such as Forza Motorsport, Cuphead, and Super Lucky's Tale, and the console launch exclusive PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, there will be an incredible list of titles coming this holiday, including Middle-earth, Shadow of War, Assassin's Creed Origins, Call of Duty World War II, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Destiny 2, and more, with many of these titles enhanced to play better on Xbox One X. With so many great exclusives and new games to play, Crackdown 3 would have shipped into an incredibly crowded market. I'm proud of the progress and dedication the Crackdown team has shown and their deep passion for the love of the IP. We think it deserves the time we're giving it. We think our partners deserve the extra time to ensure we deliver the experience that Crackdown fans deserve. Let's talk about this just a little bit, especially the ending part. So I guess the delay apparently was also to not have it launched in a crowded market when it comes to third-party games. Now, this is a tactic that we've seen Sony and Microsoft both employ, where they really kind of just back off in the holiday season. Sometimes, I mean, obviously they'll bring some of their games like Gears of War, I know Halo's came, and certain stuff like that, but really this year has been almost nothing for the Xbox brand as far as everything that they've done. And as someone who was a big fan of the Xbox brand at one point, I can't really say that I am at this point, because they don't really deliver anything in terms of content like they used to deliver, whether it's through timed exclusives, whether it's through partnerships with the games. They do have some stuff that's cool. Like I said, I do have a number of Xbox One games, but there's nothing that really stood out like Mass Effect on the Xbox, or like Mass Effect 2, or like KOTOR, or like Jade Empire. We really don't have those standout Xbox One games that really push the envelope for that platform. Really, we just have a bunch of third-party games, and then we have a bunch of okay to alright exclusives here and there. But this year in particular has been very dry for the Xbox One platform. Not very good at all. And I'm wondering what Microsoft is kind of thinking, especially with the amount of content that's coming to the other platforms. And then you look at the Xbox and you're just saying, okay, well, yeah, great, third-party games. I know they're going to be enhanced with the Xbox One X, but I bought the original Xbox. You know, the Xbox One X is $500. Is everyone really going to jump on that to play some enhanced games when they can already play them on the original Xbox One? I'm not sure if it's worth that investment, in my opinion. And if you have a PC that's halfway decent, then you can play all of those games already enhanced on your PC. And PC gaming, which I've said before, is becoming more and more common. I've been trying to look into ways as far as getting into PC gaming, kind of picking and choosing my spots when I do have time. I don't really see the value in the Xbox One for me personally. Not saying that someone else couldn't have fun with it, not saying that that couldn't be something that other people really want to pick up and enjoy, because I do know that there are people who want that system, but for me, I just don't see the value in it when you have a halfway decent PC. You can play games at 1080p, 60 frames per second. I mean, 4K is great, don't get me wrong, it's amazing, but I think a lot of people rather have the frame rate. I think a lot of people rather have that frame rate too. So 1080p, 60 or 1440p at 60 frames per second is very good for a lot of people, and that's kind of how I can play most of my games on PC, 1440p, 60 frames per second, or 1080p, 60 frames per second. So that's fine by me. But what do you guys think about this? I think it's interesting as far as their explanation. They don't want it to launch in the crowded market and they need to give it more time. But this game has so many different development studios working on it. It seems like it's a little bit of a mess, and that's the reason why it's been delayed so many times. I mean, the best thing that we've heard about this game so far is that Terry Crews is helping with the advertising with it. Outside of that, there really hasn't been anything really that I'm looking at the game and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is going to be a system seller. This is going to be something that's really going to push units out there, like an Uncharted or like a Super Mario Odyssey or something like that. So maybe they decided to hold off a bit so they can have a big game later, but there's no guarantees that the game is going to be good based on how long it's been in development. But there are some great things. Let's talk about some of the good things about it. As far as what they said, the multiplayer, there's going to be some cloud computing in there. If they can stick to that, it should be pretty cool, right? Some of the stuff that in the game as far as jumping all over the place and the verticality of the platforming and the shooting, that would be pretty fun. And I think the Xbox One X can really help deliver that game, and maybe that they're sprucing it up even a bit more for the Xbox One X for it to be a system seller later down the line, or at least to attempt to be a system seller for the Xbox One X down the line. So for all the people who do like Xbox or liked Xbox beforehand, what do you guys think about this delay? What do you think about Microsoft pretty much not having any type of first-party content. As far as high-quality first-party content in numbers, I mean, we've seen Sony and Nintendo come out with quite a number of games this year. Nintendo is on an absolute tear, but because they have to, they don't have all of the big third-party games or as many big third-party games as Microsoft and Sony. And looking at the Xbox One lineup for this year, it's been pretty bad. Like I said before, it's been pretty bad. Really, all we got: Phantom Dust, Voodoo Vince, what else is it? Super Lucky's Tale's coming, Halo Wars came out. What else is there? I know she said some other games here. Oh, Cuphead. So kind of some indie games sprinkled in with not really a lot of big games. Halo Wars, I mean, that's okay, but that's not Halo 6. So let me know what you guys think about all of this news in the comment section below. And what do you feel is the future of the Microsoft platform, the Microsoft base? Do you feel that they can recover and have a much better 2018? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier. Be entered to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tournaments from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and more. So support PE Live and PE Arena right here on Player Essence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace.